Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to another episode of Nadiya Shah Productions. I am your host, Nadiya Shah. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm really excited about today's episode. It is a celebration of my friend, Amy Taylor. Now, I first met Amy years ago, and she was a powerhouse in the pagan spiritual community, organizing conferences and fundraisers, and right when I met her, I knew that this was one powerful woman, and a woman really committed to her spiritual path and her spiritual voice. She is now goddess of tea leaf reading and Tasseomancy. So Tas means cup, Mancy is reading or form of divination. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Nadiya.
Tell me about the start of your spiritual journey.
About 16, I realized that my family's religion was not my religion. So I started exploring, looking at different options that were out there. And by the time I was 18, tea leaf reading came to me. Normally, it's passed down from generation to generation. Well, I was adopted, so I never had that option. So for the first 20 years of my doing readings, I was really flying by the seat of my pants and by my intuition. But in 2007, that changed because I was reunited with my biological mother. She found out from her mother that apparently tea leaf reading has been in the family for many, many generations.
I have found that people who practice divination, they tend to be in two camps, right? There are those who are very technical, who really understand the techniques and the textbook interpretations of what they're doing, which is great. And I think that is foundational, and you do need that. And there are others who use divination as a way to channel their sensitivity so that it can serve others.
It's great to have those original guides. It's great to have those books that will give you someone else's interpretation to what those symbols mean, to what those cards actually mean. But the reality is, you need to go with your gut instinct. Because if you don't follow your gut, you're following someone else's intuition.
What do you think you like about tea leaf reading? Why do you think it called you?
I think tea is beautiful. When it unfurls in a cup and you see the leaves of a black tea, for example, unfurl and open up, or a good oolong tea. I'm also an herbalist, so for me it's the association with the plant.
The connection to the earth and to plants. There is something so beautiful about it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Amy has generously offered to give me a reading. I'm so excited. I get a reading by Amy Taylor. I can no longer speak.
I have my favorites, and I have to say that they are both herbals essentially. It's this rooibos, and it's got a bit of a caramel flavor to it.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna dunk it. I'm just gonna drink it like a shot of tequila.
Because there's no caffeine in it as well. So it can be drank at any time. And then my other favorite is peppermint. Because when you get really good quality peppermint tea, it tends to have smaller leaves, which makes for a better spread in the cup, gives you more opportunity to see patterns as opposed to seeing the leaves creating shapes. Black teas and green teas tend to have very large leaves, so it makes for more leaves taking shape as opposed to leaves creating shapes. The tea and the water have their own energy, as you well know, being an astrologer. Come on, okay?
Of course.
You have earth and water combined here. You also have your own energy. So what you're doing right now is you're infusing that cup with your energy, right? So now have a sip.
So I'm so excited about this, and now I'm going to dunk it.
And if you drink any of the leaves, don't worry, there's no tannins in that tea, so it's not going to hurt you.
It's good.
When you ingest it, now you're ingesting that energy into you. But now we have a cycle starting, because now the energy is going back through your hands. So it's very cyclic. When I do my readings, I ask that you don't drain the cup, and I ask to have about that much liquid left on behind. Well, the reason why I do that is because I now will take some of that liquid out, and I will swirl the leaves that are left. Okay? So here I am. This is why we have a towel down. I'm swirling, and then I'm pouring it off.
It's amazing sometimes how we end up honoring the ancestors, whether they're our physical ancestors, our spiritual ancestors, our intellectual ancestors, we honor them simply by trusting ourselves.
Absolutely.
And following the path that resonates with us.
Absolutely.
Yes, and you are an amazing example of that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your light and your beauty and your power. Thank you so much for being here for this episode of Nadiya Shah Productions. Until we connect again, take care. Welcome to my brand new show, Nadiya Shah Productions, featuring inspiring, positive, and uplifting people, places, and events in astrology, New Age spirituality, and art. Catch full episodes, daily horoscopes, and so much more on my website, nadiyashah.com. Until we connect again, take care.